So we're going to be continuing more or less where we began, well, where we ended things last time. I'm actually going to just quickly change the sound settings a little bit more, because the I noticed in the download of the VOD that I did that my voice was drowned out by a lot of the explosions. So mostly the explosions, sometimes the music, sometimes other stuff, but the music I think is like a little bit more important to get. I mean, we'll keep it at that, and then I'll turn the music up if there's a particularly good track. Cool. Is that all? Say it? I should check that. It is. It's a shame because the sound effects are awesome. Maybe I'll go a little louder. No, we won't. The sound effects are nice. But the mix was pretty bad. So after I finished playing yesterday, I actually kept playing a little bit just to refamiliarize myself with some of the side quests, and I died while trying to beat an enemy that I had sort of vaguely mentioned in yesterday's stream. That ended up being quite a bit harder than I had remembered. So I think I need to go back to, yeah, so it's showing my body there, I think. So I think we're going to go back and try that fight again first, before we do anything else. At the very least, collect my body and the experience, and I think whatever items you drop when you die. Also, my computer's going to be doing some stuff in the background, so I'm hoping that it doesn't cause any kind of...
These places look familiar. One looks like the amusement park, one looks like the desert, and one looks like the forest.
Oh, okay,
Let's
that's
keep our eyes open
weird.
next time we're in any of those
I'm
areas.
just gonna close my window quickly, and then a bit of air traffic noise, so don't want that. So we can start from here. In terms of re-uploading these to YouTube. So this will be take one from continuing on from yesterday. So what have we got on our plate today? We've got some active quests that a couple of which I picked up after I finished the stream. All of which we can get done probably pretty quickly. We're heading to the desert now anyway to do these two, at which point we can also visit the first location in these three photos, this oasis, which took me a really long time to find in my first playthrough. I didn't realize there was an oasis in the middle of the desert. I suppose I should have... I probably could have figured it out pretty easily if I thought about it for even just a minute. Body, yeah. So that was where I died when I played for a little bit longer yesterday after the stream ended. And I left it there. I was going to go back and collect my body, but I kind of wanted to do it on stream because I really like this fight for a really specific reason, which I'll get to when I arrive. Oh, actually, this might be a good chance to have a look at my controls and see if I can change anything, because I think I might customize it a little bit. Let's custom. I think I'm going to change lock-on to R1 and fire to... evade is good on R2. Maybe I go L1 lock on. R1 evade, R2 fire, and L2 pod program. Let's see how that feels. The rest of the controls can stay the same, because it was just kind of confusing me a little bit to that feels a bit better. But yeah, shooting with the R1 was not intuitive, and this feels a little nicer. And then lock on, and then fire. Yeah, okay, this seems better somewhat. So yeah, the main reason that this fight is interesting is because it's the first appearance of these crazed cannibal machines.
So if we use those numbers from the resistance camp as coordinates, yeah, we're pretty much standing right on top of whatever they're pointing to.
Oops. So these guys do pretty big damage. They are quite a high level compared to myself. And the boss sort of the area. Oops. Ooh. Do I not have the auto heal? Oops. But I killed them all. Embarrassing. Alright, let's just do that real quick. Okay. And let's change weapon sets and oh, hello. Thank you for the raid, Soph. Hey Rob, how's it going? I just started, so we've for any hello Steedling, welcome. Demon Raid. Oh look, you got the emote. Amazing. Hold on, I think I must have it then, right? Let me just drop my own just do a quick shout out first. See if that works. It did. Back on Dark Souls 3. Good stuff. Also, my for some reason my PS4 is doing this very strange thing where it's continuing to show that no one is viewing me, which is not the case because I just had a raid of 12 people, 14 people. Anyway, welcome all. Anyone who's not familiar with me, I'm Very Sleepy Gamer. I play different types of games, mostly sci-fi games. I play a lot of No Man's Sky. At the moment I'm playing through NieR Automata, which is one of my favorite games, probably of all time. And doing that to celebrate 100 followers, so hey Bogus Malone, you do exist, good. It's inaccurate if you don't have the chat up in the window. Yeah, but it usually shows a number, even if it's not an accurate number. So anyway, it's trying to gaslight me apparently, yeah. That's alright. No problem. As long as you're here, it doesn't really matter if I'm being told or not. Okay, go hydrate, so thanks for the raid. But yeah, I'm playing NieR Automata as sort of a celebration of reaching 100 followers, which is not an insignificant achievement, I think. And we're doing a bit of a deep dive into the lore. This is a game I'm very familiar with. I played it. This is my fourth complete playthrough, and then I've dipped in and out a couple times as well. And yeah, so if you're not familiar with the game, you're going to become incredibly familiar with it through this playthrough. And if you are familiar, you might get a little bit more insight to it. So, spoilers ahead, but yeah. I just finished explaining. Off stream, I came to this area to do this side quest that is a little bit difficult because the enemies in this area are quite a bit higher level than I am, and they do a lot of damage when they hit, as you can see. Ooh. Let's just heal real quick. And there's one particular beast in this area who kind of nailed me, unfortunately, is my dead body. So I can just retrieve that real quick. Oh, that's right, my plug-in chips are attached to my body. That's the first time I've had to do that, so I had forgotten that small detail. You can see these other dead bodies in this area. A lot of people apparently die in this place while they're playing. Thank you, Bogus Malone. Appreciate it. If you'd like to be number 102, I'll write your name on this little whiteboard. We're gonna reach 200 followers next. That's the next goalpost. Actually, let's repair this body and see if they can help me in this battle. Oh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, this guy's 35, level 35. Oh, there we go. There's Bogus Malone's follow. Let me just get that down real quick. Great, great handle, by the way. Flows off the tongue. Bogus Malone. So yeah, this level 35 robot is actually the first time we see these crazed, blood-covered, cannibalistic machines that are gonna... I'll wait till he finishes talking. So yeah, these types of machines come into play, again, way later in the game. I don't even think it's in the first 2 playthroughs. I think it's in the 3rd you start seeing these guys. So it's interesting that they, again, like, so much foreshadowing in the game. They do so much to hint at what's to come, because this guy's just sort of in this tucked away place in the middle of the desert as part of an early side quest. And he's such a high level that most first-time players probably wouldn't even attempt to try and kill it. But not only is he a high level, he's also like a lot stronger than even the other robots at this level. You know, we just fought a couple of machines at level 30 and 32 as we entered this area, and they went down pretty quickly. They hit hard, but it didn't take long for them to die. So to have a level 35 machine that is this hard to kill is, yeah, kind of an interesting design choice in terms of progression, difficulty progression. Oh, thank you for gifting a sub to Surf, Rob. That's lovely. I think you're the #1 sub gifter on the channel now. There you are. And now she can use the great emotes. So it's not too this battle's not too hard. You just have to like dodge every time he does that one double swipe attack, but just so big, so much health. And we've got the counter chip on now as well, so we're getting hits in every time we dodge after they try and hurt us. Sorry for the flashing lights to those who may suffer from migraines or epilepsy. So this, especially in this closed-in area, is it's quite a bit more annoying to look at than it normally might be. We're gonna get mad level ups from this too, because I don't even think we're really supposed to be able to do this at this point in the game. First time I played it, in fact, I died several times before I gave up. But even at that point, I was not as good at you know, the third-person action RPG as I am now. Playing a lot of other games in the genre since then. Almost there. How was Dark Souls, Surf? Did you make gains? Did you beat the boss you were asking for help from Yonso for before? Oh, let's just heal real quick. Okay, this control scheme that I've just changed to is way more intuitive. Alright, one more big hit. Let's go. Let's Here we go.
Analyze this machine.
Huh?
Multiple bosses. Too many bosses in one area, I know.
Professional
It
curiosity.
went well, people were lovely. That's great. Lovely to hear.
This machine lifeform's comrades were destroyed. Driven by that grudge, it lured a resistance member to this location. It then proceeded to destroy him.
Are you saying this thing wanted revenge?
Oh, come on now. That concept is far too complex for a machine.
So again, yeah, getting some deeper insights into the emotional state of the machines, which is supposed to not be emotional creatures. They're supposed to be automatons. And we've got this dead resistance member that we've been looking for.
I wonder if it's the resistance member we're looking for. Let's check his memory. Seems this one came here looking for revenge as well.
I guess the weaker one lost.
And isn't that interesting that both of these mechanical creatures wanted revenge? And only one of them is legitimized by the fact that they are humanoid, these androids.
I really hate
So...
this. I'm going to feel terrible telling that woman what happened to her friend.
It's the truth. She has to know.
No
She
matter
does.
what that truth actually is.
So we're gonna head into the desert now. What's the best way in? Oh, that's not where we're going. We're going this way, right? Yeah. Yes, we need to go back in the opposite direction to where we're facing. And we're gonna go meet the third of the robot Jean-Paul's admirers, suitors. And then we can hand back the 2 gifts that they've offered him the next time we go to the robot village. Also, while we're in the desert, we can... Is this the right direction, or am I going the opposite way again? I'm going the opposite way. I'm going back. Wow, how did that happen? How did I get turned around so much? There we go. I thought it seemed like a somewhat unfamiliar way back to the desert. Just need to remember to run along these pipes. So yeah, we can also begin one of the more tedious quests of the game, but possibly one of the more interesting in establishing the machine life forms as having personalities and having true fears and wishes and relationships with each other. Let's just get this. Did we even level up from that battle? I don't think we did. It's crazy. But yeah, we're gonna find a little lost robot, and we need to escort her back through part of the desert. The escort missions are never particularly fun.
Hello there. Hello? Testing, testing.
Pascal?
Hello, Pascal.
Is that you?
9S. Yes, it is me. Many apologies for the sudden transmission. I heard that you were searching for the missing child, yes? Well, if
We
you
are.
would, please consider this a personal request from myself as well. Go find the child as quickly as you can. She's such a good little girl, and so fond of her sister. She's probably somewhere around the desert at the moment. That's where she's likely to find the dented plate her sister needs.
Got it.
Thank you so much. And please be careful, alright?
So it doesn't take too long for 2B and 9S to begin assisting the peaceful robots in the village. We really just met them, and then Pascal was vouched for by Anemone at the resistance bunker, and the two of them just sort of said, "Yeah, okay, I guess we help you now." And this is an early piece of assistance that they provide, and I think it's like a nice one. So the mission might not be particularly fun. It's not one of my faves, but
Is that?
it's important, I think. Here she is. So scared. You actually
Let's get her back to Pascal's village.
How'd
get
you
a
get
really
lost out here anyway?
oh, I'll let the dialogue play out.
My sister's part. But then I got scared.
Oh, come on now, don't cry. Did you at least find what you needed? I'm sure she will. But I bet she'll be even happier to see you back home, safe and sound.
K. So cute. But yeah, the it is funny that this is the little sister robot and she's constructed to be much bigger than the big sister robot.
No one made the desert. It's just an area that lost all its vegetation due to a lack of precipitation. This caused lasting changes in the soil, which means plants aren't able to... Soil? It's dirt. Ground. The stuff we're walking on?
Very sweet, very childlike. So yeah, this is just your basic RPG fetch quest, not fetch quest, escort mission. As we help this this robotic child through the desert, and she continues to ask very sweet, naive questions to Mr. Nanos.
Wind is just a force caused by changes in temperature and atmospheric pressure and... Huh. That's actually a hard question now that I think about it. Kinda deep, really. I mean, where does the wind blow from? What do you think, 2B?
Don't know, don't care.
And we get a little bit more insight into Ninus's own sort of childlike naivety when it comes to a lot of things. You know, he acts with a sense of intelligence and authority when he begins talking to the robot, and then realizes that actually he doesn't know that much. He also clearly doesn't understand how to talk to a child, which is unsurprising considering the lack of children in the Android world. Glad I put the auto heal chip on. You can see every time I flash, that's what's happening there. I'm healing 1 HP per like half second or something.
Well, machines can't really make children. Neither can androids now that I think about it. 2B? Little help here?
Huh? You're the chatty one. Work it out.
Oof. Wow, it's getting late. Let's get you home already.
We get a really great little reward for this quest as well, which I'm looking forward to getting to put on. Oh yeah, this control scheme might even be the way that I originally had the control scheme when I first played it. It feels way more intuitive and familiar. This machine is just pooping out babies. And there's that level up I was looking for. I think there's one more fight before we get out of here. Maybe not. I think that might be it. Great. Not as bad as I remember it being.
I know the stories. I'm gonna head home myself now. Thanks, mister. Thanks for really. Here, you can have this.
Pink ribbon. So the thing I love about the machine voices, I'm gonna stop saying robots because they're all robots, but the machines, the way those voices have been modulated, you can't really hear. You can't really hear like much intonation and pitch because there's sort of like a high ringing.
Well, that was exhausting.
Yep.
There's like a high ringing filter placed over the voice. I'm not actually sure what you would call that, but it kind of prevents you from being able to hear the modulation in the voice. But then there are moments where you catch it, and it's very effective. Just the way that she says "grumpy lady" and her voice kind of lowers in a very very funny way. So we're gonna head back to the desert housing, picking up some items as we go. These parts are always good to have for the upgrades that we'll need on our weapons. And I might actually see if I can do some more upgrading sometime soon. And I want to go through also some of the additional reading material that's available to you as you play the game. You get the weapon stories, and I'm not sure if we have access to it yet, but I know there's like a compendium of enemy types, and you can go through and see more details about them. That might be something I get later. Hard to remember at the current moment. So then, yeah, in this housing area we find another of Jean-Paul's admirers, as I mentioned before. Love when the vocals kick in against like the quiet version of this song. It's so nice. So here we have peaceful machines that are still wearing the facade masks. Facade being the town in NieR, the original NieR, Gestalt, and Replicant. These ones aren't attacking us though this time. Do they have anything to say? I don't remember. Wife machine. That's what I'm looking for. Another wife machine. They're just not happy about our presence. Machine in love. Sam. Thank you, Steedling. Thank you for the lol. Loving the eye patch on this robot as well, and the whole look is like incredible. We've already seen some of the machines expressing themselves through their appearance. This one I think is like a particularly striking look. She's got like a facsimile of the facade mask placed on her head, sort of as like a bow or like a hairpin. I can't quite tell what that eye patch is. It might be like a part of a chair, like a seat from a chair, attached with some kind of makeshift bars. But yeah, very cool. And you can see there's a bit of makeup underneath it too. We've got a machine fossil here. I wonder if we can look at that. Let's see, key items probably. An old rusty machine fossil intended for Jean-Paul. Intel, is that where we... Oh yeah, unit data, here we go. So here's where we can see all of the information about each machine type. And we get small descriptions of each of them. And you can see how many different enemy types there are as well. Tesla machines, amusement park machines. Different equipped weapons. You can zoom in, change the equipment. View it animated or not. Just a fantastic little encyclopedia within the game. Is there anything interesting? I'm sure there is some stuff interesting here. I remember just poring over all of these documents. So they only appear as well when you destroy one, I think. So... Oh no, that's not true, because we've seen other amusement park machines, so it's just unusual that they're not appearing here. But then we haven't destroyed any of the village machines. But all of these have the same description, so maybe they're an exception to that rule. Special unit machines. And we get the names of these machines as we progress through the game. I think in playthrough B, when you play as NieR and you begin hacking the machines, I think that's when you get access to the machine language. Steedling, you didn't see a lot of this watching Yonso play. I think the way that Yonso was playing is probably the way that most people play the game, which is kind of taking it all on face value and playing it as like just an action game, which it is, and it plays really well if that's the way you want to play it. But yeah, there is so much more to it. It gives you all of this additional information that's really worth going through for the lore of it. You get the tutorials in there as well, which I think gives you some other kind of lore information sometimes. Can't really remember. And then yeah, we've got the weapons, and we can see the stories that we get as we upgrade them, which we'll see more of as we go. Yeah, so it says blind playthroughs are always different with most games. That's true. I know that the first time I played NieR Automata, I even ignored a lot of this stuff, and that's as someone who has an investment in the story and the world, having played the first game and loved it. It wasn't until I went back in and started 100%ing it, after I'd beaten the main game and seen the final credits and had the full game experience, I went back, and there's like a chapter select at the very end that lets you go back and tells you what side quests are available in what section, what you haven't done yet. And as I was going through that was when I began paying more attention to the stuff in there. Yeah, the menus are, I think like the user interface of this game is, I've said it before I think, even yesterday, but I think it's just like, it's all really good. It's all really well thought through, clear, and all of the sound effects and the graphics for it are quite nice, I think. So yeah, we've done that. So now, I don't think there's any other active quests in this area, but we do need to go back to Pascal's village and back to the resistance bunker. Oh, that's right, we wanted to... We're going to go to that oasis. There's an oasis in the middle of the desert, actually, which I want to go to before I leave. Yeah, Rogues Gallery. Steedling, that's a great way of putting it. I love that. I love that term. But as I mean, I dipped into it very briefly, but it does give you like a lot of information. Let's see, there's probably a couple in here that are particularly interesting. I mean, this is great. requires tremendous energy to stay afloat, so offense is not its strong suit. It offsets this by equipping weapons that are powerful enough to make up for its inherent lack of strength. It's just got to drill on it because floating takes too much energy. But yeah, anyway, definitely worth playing just to go through all of that stuff. Let's go back to the desert. We'll go to this oasis, which is a pretty striking location in the game anyway. So I'm happy to revisit. Also realizing now that at some point, probably in the next half an hour, I'm going to need to set up my second screen as a light, as I often do when I'm playing games at night. Is the oasis on the map? It is. That's it there. Actually, maybe we can't get there yet. I got a vague memory of... I might be thinking of Zelda, actually, now that I think about it. A vague memory of getting lost in that desert and not actually being able to get to the oasis. Maybe there's a particular route that you have to take, but we'll see. We'll see in mere moments whether I'm remembering correctly or not. I might just be thinking of the Gerudo Desert. Thinking about Zelda. What a surprise, huh? Let's change weapon configurations again. This one's much quicker. I'm already getting a little over-leveled for the areas that I'm in. I don't want to do too much grinding, because the game is much more fun when there is some difficulty. That said, why not? I think I can just travel here. This dice. It's a really infuriating boss fight out in this desert. Later, much later. Actually, I think it's like one of the first things you do as A2 in that part of the game. I am not looking forward to having to do that. It's a real chore. Yeah, see, the sand is picking up here, and now I'm wondering if this is, if I was remembering correctly, and this is a difficult place to get to at this point. Alternatively, I might be remembering... Ooh, here we go. Yeah, I'm not able to get close. Seems like my progress is halted. Maybe I need to, oh, there we go. You go around that area. I knew there was some trick to it. Stealing says, I really appreciate a game that has a full game with only part the content. It means not everyone will see all of your hard work, but players can engage on their own level of interest. I agree. I think that's the most appealing thing about the From Software games, for instance. I do not have the patience to play through the games, but I sure have watched hours of Bloodborne lore videos, because I think that world is like super interesting, and I think the detail they put into that game is incredible. Yaha Soldier. Hello. I think she's got something later on for us, but apparently right now she just has a greeting. Bloodborne world, best world, says Surf. Yes, I do not disagree. So how do we activate this quest marker? Oh,
Hold
wait,
on.
no. Yeah.
This is one of the places in that resistance member's photographs. Better record the coordinates.
Yes. Cool. Okay. Glad that I went out of my way to do that because it's kind of a pain to get to. Let's grab these last few items. Oh yeah, there's this box here. But yeah, I think the From Software games do a really good job, especially because, you know, a lot of the time you speak to people who played Bloodborne or Dark Souls, and, you know, they're playing it for the challenge and the, sometimes they're playing it for the meme of it, because there's a bit of a meme playing those games. Oh, actually, you're supposed to follow these trees out. Is that how you do it? Yeah, I think that might be the trick, is you have to follow the tree. And a lot of the people who play those games don't realize the immense amount of work that goes into building that world and that story. And it kind of makes it more special for the people who do participate in the game on that level. Yeah, so pointing out that she would never have the patience to stick with them if they were just hard. Absolutely. Sometimes you need something else beyond the difficulty to hook you in, and the game balances that really well. I will say that, even as someone who is not good at those games. Maybe one day I'll be good at one of them. I don't think it's going to be Bloodborne, unfortunately. I have tried that a couple times now, and it's, what's this? Resistance member. Just a random resistance member in the middle of the desert, pondering the ruins. Yeah. Sorry, Soph. I mean, like, I'll try again. It's just... it's just hard, and I've tried. I tried with you, and I've tried on my own, and I'm facing the wrong way again, aren't I? Let's just go to the transport. Much easier than navigating our way out. We'll be here forever. But I do wish that I could play it, because I would love to experience a lot of the stuff that I've now read about and watched videos on for myself. Like that ending is incredible, for instance. Maybe Elden Ring will be the one. You never know. I mean, I'm no George R.R. Martin fan either, so maybe it will be the opposite of the one, but I'm willing to give it a shot if it's, you know, if it's got something to it. Oh, which ending to Bloodborne? Well, I mean, I don't know who's listening who might not want the endings of Bloodborne spoiled for them, but I'm familiar with the good ending and the bad ending, and I know that there is a lot of contention about which one is which, but I think from my understanding, I think I understand which one is the good ending. There are 3 endings. Okay, well maybe there's a middle of the road ending that I'm not familiar with, but I have watched a video about like why one ending is the good ending and the other one is the bad. So yeah. Let's see what we got. Any additional chips we can purchase? Not yet. An extra part of one of the endings? I think I might know what you're talking about. But maybe not. Maybe I have not explored the full endings. Let's grab Ancient Overlord while we're here and see what we can upgrade. None. Yeah, we need to farm some more parts. Okay, so it's a trophy thing. Okay. Maybe I'll look into that, see what I've missed. This was the Resistance member. Oh, desert photo. Wrong one. Was I with someone? I don't know, lady. Tell her the truth. NieR goes a little more detailed than I would have in in that truth. Also, I just said would have. Damn the machines, I'll murder them all. We took out the one who killed your friend. We did. What do I do now? I have no one to love and no one to kill. A feeling that we've all felt before. So that, this quest ends quite sadly, unfortunately. Let's see, can we get any upgrades? No. What do we, we need some stuff from the forest for this one, I think. Fuse? Can we fuse anything? Confuse these auto heals. I might do some fusion off stream because it's kind of the more boring part of the game, but I'll give a brief overview for those. Conscious breathing. Okay, Soph has redeemed some conscious breathing. It's a good time to do it. Let's get a nice little. Let's hang out in these flowers while we breathe. That's a nice angle. No, I don't like that juddering. There we go. Gonna turn off my mic. I'm gonna do a full minute of conscious breathing. In through the nose, big breaths in. Hold, breathing out of the mouth. Expelling all the air out of the mouth. Feeling each breath coming in and leaving. Feeling the oxygen flowing through your body. Feeling your blood tingle. And we're gonna begin now. I hope you feel a bit better for that. I know I do. I always relish the opportunity. I didn't actually do much conscious breathing today, so thank you very much for that, Soph. Where were we? Oh yeah, I'll go back to the fusion. So we've got the chips. I'm glad to hear it's sealing itself. Perhaps I'll do a proper guided meditation sometime on stream. Not that I am qualified to do that in any way, but maybe it'll be fun. So each of the plugin chips has a value that attached to it, a rank, which determines the percentage amount that it changes the stat that it's changing. So we've got projectile attacks. there's shockwaves that get added to weapon attacks. We've got the counter, which we've you can see on the left in the left column. You can see the little black square in the middle of the chips that we have installed currently. And then the number in the brackets in the middle column is the amount of space that it takes up in the slots, in the chip slots. So sometimes you can get lucky and you can find quite powerful chips that have a lower value for how many slots they take up. And as you fuse them, it combines the effect, and sometimes it increases the amount of slots that it takes. These diamond chips, I think, have additional. I think the diamond ones, from memory, I'll have to look this up, have a lower slot total, so they do the same things. You can see these two have exactly the same increase evade distance by 10%, but this one's worth 4 and this one's worth 5, so this is better because it takes up less space. So anything with a diamond in it, I think if you fuse diamond chips, there's they end up being quite a bit smaller. Courtesy bus, welcome. Thank you for joining again. Always appreciate your presence. So yeah, I'm not going to do any of this on stream because it's tedious, but I'm going to do some good fusions, and as soon as I start getting more chips, I'm going to really customize those options, because there's some good stuff you can do, some good combinations. Okay, what have we got now? So we can go back to the forest. Go back to the robot village. Retrieve our full reward for finding the lost sister. We can also visit Jean-Paul again, and that one's going to stay in here for a little bit. And we can also, on our way, we can get a photo of the amusement park for this mission. So let's go do that now. So previously also, you'll notice this area was full of benign machines. They weren't, necessarily actively peaceful, but they were the machines that were staring off into space. They had the yellow eyes as opposed to the green eyes of the machines in Pascal's village. And now, since the attack with the Goliaths in the city, the machines in this area are now aggressive, which I think is a nice little touch.
Notification received from access point.
Oh, we can also begin one of my favorite quest lines of the game, which involves conversing with this enormous Goliath unit.
Hang on, 2B. This machine is still alive.
So destroy it.
Maybe we should hold off. Its main drive has been trashed, so there's no way it can attack us. And we might be able to learn something interesting if we study it.
Hey ASCII-Butt, how's it going? Welcome back. I say welcome back because, from memory, you were present for my original NieR streams, which seems so long ago, but it was only about a year and a half, year and 3/4. But correct me if I'm wrong. I believe you were present for a couple of them. I think it is worth a shot. We're gonna need a pristine screw. Don't we all?
Target location.
I cannot remember. That's good. That's fine. I'm 95% sure you
I'm
were
still
present.
not sure any of this is a good idea.
The more data we have, the better, right?
So now we can find this item that we can use to machine examination 1. Is that where we're gonna want to head? Photographs. think that is where we're heading. Yeah, it is. So where was that? Yeah, let's do that because I love chatting with the Goliath. I'm glad you've been scandalized. I aim to shock. I aim to appall. Could have sworn I could get up there. See another quest marker on the map just on the corner of this building. I'm just gonna grab it while I'm here. I'm not gonna do all of these side quests, but currently there isn't really much of a critical path that we need to be following, and I think it's a nice chance to explore the world. And oh, I know this quest. Yeah, maybe we should pick this one up. This one's interesting too. So there's some classified data on some chips. So we're just going to go and destroy some machines. We'll do that in a moment.
Alert. Signal code detected for missing plug-in chip. Marking approximate location on map.
Ooh, these guys appear way earlier than I remember them to. So the red-faced machines are more powerful. They get their own entries in the codex, in the information codex. Ooh. Okay. Oops, I've fallen. I've fallen and I can't get up. I think they'll continue to follow me though. The music is incredible. This is some study music for me for sure. This particular piece of music. Also, for those interested who were here yesterday when I was talking about the remake of NieR Replicant that's coming out next year, who heard me say that I was gonna keep a lot of information secret. Oh no! No way! No way! I copped to death there. Let's change the message. I gotta stop. I gotta stop talking in the middle of fights. Let's say a just young boy died peacefully over there. Pretty sure it'll just take me to the last time I auto-traveled. Ooh. Am I gonna have to do all of that stuff again?
I'm still not sure any of this is a good idea.
The more data we have, the better, right?
Oh, don't tell me I have to do all of those quests again, right? Okay, no I don't. Thank God. Oof, that would have really put a bee in my bonnet. All of the quests, we've already picked them up and we've handed in the other ones. So what is that quest marker on here? Oh, it's the same custom marker I made, I believe. Right? Machine examination 1. It is. Okay, so that's not a bad thing then. What's the closest quick travel point to that quest marker? Oh, we're right there. Okay. So it's just the desert camp. Okay. Easy peasy. Desert camp. You gonna get your chips? Yeah, I will have to get my chips, you're right. You are right, thank you, ASCII Appreciate the vigilance. I'm glad that someone knows how to play this game. How far away was I? I don't think I was too far away. Yeah. I was right there. Yeah, cool. So I wasn't even, you know, this probably wasn't, I mean, it definitely wasn't the closest point to travel to, because there was a save point right there, but, quick walk. It's also interesting, you know, now that I'm like ultra familiar with this game, in this overworld especially, as a place I feel like I've, not only spent time in, but like, kind of feels like, visiting a school you attended, or a workplace you once worked at. Oh, I couldn't even travel there because the it's not open yet. Here it is. But it is interesting. You know that feeling when you first arrive at a place and you arrive at it from a particular entryway, and you assume like that's the main entry, that's like, I don't know. I keep thinking about the first time I entered the grounds of the high school I ended up going to when I was still in primary school, and we entered from this street that, you know, in the back of my mind, in my mind at the time, I was like, oh, this is the way you get into the school, and then you end up going to the school, and you very quickly learn that is not the way you approach the school. There's a main gate, there's a main way you walk in, and every time you go in through that way that you went the first time, you get this like weird alien feeling. There's like this cognitive dissonance of like, you know, not cognitive dissonance, that's not the right term, but there's this like strange feeling where you're like, wow, I can't believe this is where I thought you entered this place from. Like, and you can't even remember what it feels like to think that. Playing this game now is like so interesting because I'm so familiar with the overworld, but I can still vaguely remember how I thought everything was constructed before I learned it all. And the entrance to the desert is in like a completely different place to where I first playing the game kind of thought that it was. It felt like this, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm making much sense. But I think it's a testament to my familiarity with the game now that I get that same strange sense that I once got from entering my high school from the side gate. ASCII, I'm glad you've experienced that before as well. I'm not crazy. So I think we have to get back up on that roof. I think those machines we were fighting before were the ones we were looking for. Those were the droids we were looking for, and that's from Star Wars. V Sane Gamer, thank you. Love to be told I'm sane. I'm sure there is a better way of untargeting and retargeting than what I'm currently doing, rather than just manually pressing the L trigger and repressing it. I'm sure there's like a D-pad way of doing it, but... Ooh, not again. We're low on recoveries now after that. That is in fact from Star Wars. Thank you, Steedling. Again, nice to have confirmation that I'm not insane. One of my favorite feelings is in this game is constantly dodging as a multi-hit attack attempts to ravage you. Okay, this guy's almost dead. There we go. We got the plug-in chip.
Requested plug-in chip obtained.
So that was the plug-in chip for the Resistance member. So there's another one over here. We'll get that one quickly on our way back to Machine Examination 1 to get the pristine screw. Let's just do that real quick because we're practically there already. I think I've gone in this exact nook 3 times in the last 20 minutes. Oops. Whoopsie doops. Okay.
Report. Mail notification received from access point.
It's a real shame they didn't just go with the pod saying you've got mail. Feels like the kind of joke that this game would be okay with telling. We don't need to fight those guys. We do need to fight those guys.
Alert. Signal code detected for missing plug-in chip. It is likely in the possession of a machine lifeform.
There is something very you know, I was making a lot of comparisons yesterday between 2B's appearance and a ballet dancer. And I think there is something there's something there. I don't think I'm crazy. I think, ooh. I think I'm being very sane gamer when I say that. When you watch the way that she performs her like acrobatic attacks.
The specifications of this plug-in chip are unusual.
Oh?
This chip is a model used exclusively by Yorha units. There is no reason for a non-Yorha android to possess it.
A Yorha only chip?
So yeah, these resistance members are doing something dodgy. Oops. Maybe I should be grinding a little bit more. These machines are a bit of a higher level than I am. But yeah, when you see the sort of the acrobatic feats that 2B performs, there is I think there is something to that comparison.
Leave me alone, jackass. I can't deal with your weird hobbies anymore.
We love Jackass.
Think, jerk.
Oh yeah, this is the this is funny. Yeah, we'll help you.
Here, follow me.
So we don't. I'm just gonna buy some more recoveries because we are running low. Up to 10. Get a couple of large just for those dire moments. And think we're good. I think we are fine. And I also don't think we need to do this quest with Jackass immediately. I think we can walk past her here. Oh no, we can't. We have to do it.
See that jerk over there? I need you to get combat data for him. Science will pay you back for this, I promise. Now, fight!
So, so this is a sort of a fun little gauntlet quest that you can take part in, where you participate in these fights for Jackass from this fixed camera angle. It's kind of difficult actually, and you need to fight these waves of enemies, and at a certain point as you go through it, you have to not take damage from them, and there's all these conditions to the fight. It's very video gamey, but it's presented in a pretty natural way for Jackass, for her character, and the things that she finds important and interesting. But it's the reason you often find dead bodies in that little nook. As you're playing the game, you'll see other players. Yeah, the bodies of other players as you run through. Oh. What's going on there? Bit of a weird move from that guy. Should be able to take this guy down pretty quickly. I think this is where we're going to find the pristine screw. It is.
We can use this screw to repair that big machine.
I don't think we need to take down the other guys in this area. They're all pretty low level. So we'll go back to Jackass. We'll then go back to the Goliath, and from there I think I'll take a quick little break. Yeah, see, here's a couple of those bodies, as mentioned before. They weren't there before, so they've either just loaded in or someone's just been playing just now. Android battle fever is actually quite similar to the human emotion of love. So there is a direct in-universe link between love and fighting. We can come back and do this later. We'll come back and we'll finish this gauntlet quest another time. Right now I'm not feeling super fight hungry. We'll come and finish the we'll continue the Father Servo quest line up on the top of that building as well. You can see that red quest marker in the corner of that building there. Love these dinosaur designs. Oops, oopsie doops. There's more explicit dinosaur robots in the forest as well. So it's funny, again, like another sort of aesthetic foreshadowing to that fight that you can perform later. Ooh. Aesthetic foreshadowing is it's a very silly phrase. I don't think it really means anything. But I'm fighting these guys, by the way, to get their entries into my codex, into whatever the unit information is, because they weren't in there. But I thought I'd fought them, so. Plus a little bit of experience. Definitely doesn't hurt. Okay, let's go give this machine a pristine screw. I think I saw the giant boars roaming around earlier. So when we get a moment, we'll ride one of them for sure. And then pretty soon, I think we get to go to the forest, which is fun. That's the machine we want. Don't know what that is. While we're here, we'll retrieve the confidential intel. It's right here after all. And then I will take a little break. Actually, it might be a good idea to use one of these vault-proof salves. Just because we're going to be getting fried a little bit here. Almost. Boom. Nice.
Alert. Incoming message from command.
All units, be on the lookout for a missing Yorha in the city ruins. This unit was in possession of several plug-in chips that contain classified information. I need you to seek out whatever intel you can regarding their current whereabouts and status.
Roger. Chips with classified data, is it?
Yeah. So we're starting to see some what's the place we're going? I knew it was, but I just wanted to double check. So yeah, we're starting to see some signs of resistance within the ranks of the Yorha androids, and hints that it's perhaps not an uncommon position to have. Now, I think we hand troops over. Yeah. So I think we get better quest reward. Ah, that's right, we get the pod program. And I think there's some additional stuff that happens later, which we can do as it appears. Okay, let's meet 47 minutes later. So precise. This thing can talk. So we can continue on this questline. Engels, this is Engels. Four pristine screws and one large gear. So we can continue fetching parts to continue fixing Engels.
Marking on map.
I think at a certain point it becomes much harder to find that stuff.
Factory data?
Just how it was manufactured. Pretty boring, actually.
There's still a lot about machines that we don't understand. Gather as much data as you can, no matter how irrelevant it may seem.
So 2B's kind of changed her tune.